I was watching the famous debate between Ben Shapiro and Destiny on the Lex Fridman podcast recently, and about halfway through, I realized something. That this is kind of fucking useless. Because these political debaters have pretty much signed away their livelihoods to a political ideology. They have accumulated hundreds of thousands, and in Ben Shapiro's case, millions of literal followers who watch them to either get liberal or conservative points of view. There is categorically no line of reasoning that could convince them to give up their beliefs, because their foundational ideas through which they perceive politics are pretty much unchangeable. And so are the ideas in the heads of your family members, your friends, your spouse, and your little head. No matter how illogical and irrational they may seem, some ideas have been planted such a long time ago and watered consistently that they've grown too big and monstrous to cut down. Some people think that two people of the same sex kissing in public is one of the most disgusting things on earth. You can't really change their mind, no matter how homophobic and harmful to society that idea is. And that's precisely the reason why debate can sometimes be completely useless. Every single person on earth has ideas that they would never be able to give up, no matter how noble or beneficial the cause they would give up the idea for would be. If being racist would maximize human happiness, guess what? A lot of people still wouldn't do it. Now, you might think that not being able to change your foundational, world-shaping ideas might be a bad thing. You're incapable of changing something that literally determines the way you interact with the world. That must be a bad thing if you can't change it and it's evidently illogical, right? Well, it might actually not be. First, there's the obvious, that we need to be consistent with the things we believe in. But there's also something else, more interesting, worth mentioning. In politics, the left thinks that the right is full of fucking idiots. And the right thinks that the left is filled with fucking idiots. And all of that is due to a fundamental difference in assumptions relating to how the world works and how it should be. How we should govern whatever politics is about. Technically, belief is built upon logic, but that logic is very different from person to person, from political ideology to political ideology, from racist to non-racist, from homophobe to non-homophobe. What do we learn from this? What can we learn from this? You can't really criticize any beliefs to the core. You can absolutely dismiss them. You don't really need anti-Semitic opinions in your life, but you can't really deny the fact that those opinions were birthed out of some fucked up type of logic and rationality. A mentally ill person could think that every single person out there with a Romanian accent is a vampire. And by some fucked up logical paradigm, it would be correct for him to think that. And they might be so confident in that assumption that they might never listen to counter arguments. Like how Romanians are more likely to sleep in a fucking Dacia car than a goddamn coffin. Arguing with people, debate in general, is only an exercise in social skills, speaking skills, and charisma. Because there is no way of convincing someone that they aren't correct about the things they would die for.